today, Dr. Linda will actually will, how to say that, she will share with you how easy just by taking one step. All right. So let's we put Dr. Linda in. All right. Okay. At the screen. Hi, Dr. Linda.
Hello, hi Pris. Wow,
Good morning, Dr.
very good morning, very good Friday morning, everyone. And Priscilla, how are you?
I'm good, Dr. Linda. You know what? Especially after you give me the iron drips. I tell you what, I need less sleep, but I have more quality of my sleep, and as well as I'm more energetic. So
My
that's why now Chan always say that now Iron Woman is here. So I will always give her this my palm Iron Woman.
you become Iron Lady already.
Yes, Iron. So that's why we are so honored to put you in today to share with our audience.
My dear, my dear, thank you so much. Thank you, Priscilla. Actually, you look good, Priscilla. I know we have not been seeing for quite some time already. I think
Yes, yes.
look at you, look at yourself. You look pink here. You look pinky. I like that. Anyhow, we're not talking about you today. You're pink here,
Yes,
Priscilla. But my dear, to be frank, you look very good. You know,
thank you.
congratulate to yourself for taking those actions. Right,
Yes.
right.
We have about 17 viewers right now, and everyone is shouting at the comment is like, good
Oh,
morning all, and good morning, lovely morning. And I have a cousin from Canada say good morning to us as well. And
oh my,
there's one customer, Irene Cheung, she said interesting topic today.
oh my dear. Yes, thank you. Right. it's, it's,
Yeah,
it's It's honored to meet everyone today. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good Friday morning to everyone. Again, thank you for investing your time today. Right? First of all, if you invest our time, I'm sure you can get ROI later. ROI comes later, right? But the ROI comes in the form of knowledge,
yes,
right? This is today. It is simply a platform to share knowledge today. We are not that the best, right? Me and Priscilla, we're not that the best, but we are kind of to share a little knowledge that we have so that everyone can get the benefit today, right? Thank you again, those who joining us. As Priscilla said, we have good viewers this morning, and thank you again. All right, and a very quick disclaimer. I'm not representing Kiss Mineral today, of course.
yeah.
They're not sponsoring me.
No.
Yeah, we are purely to share some knowledge here, all right? So as Priscilla did some introductions just now, the topic is so close to my heart. Again, anything that affecting women's hormones, either whatever you put, whatever you eat, whatever you breathe, whatever you drink and eat, anything, whatever, and anything that affecting women hormones are all my favorite topics. So again, when Priscilla says, right, let's talk about this topic, I say, why not? Why not we give it a chance today? I have not been talking about this for quite some time. I mean, kind of, because we're going to zoom again on what is it, mainly the women's imbalancing of hormones, what affecting it, by having those what Priscilla was trying to say, what is it that we put on, or what is it, why is it so matters that we put on to the skin, and what we expose and what we absorb. Look at that. This is what the most important topic. Somebody wrote comment on Pris, actually. She is definitely looking so refreshed since meeting up 3 months back. You are right, Evelyn. She's so much different, right? I told you she got her energy back. All right, thank you, Evelyn. So, Pris.
Yep.
Over to you.
And yes, actually, what doctor said is totally true. You know, like previously, like after one Facebook Live has cost me like 2 hours can't talk. I only have to keep myself in my room and rest because of too much energy has put into 1 hour live. You
My
know,
dear.
so that's why when I walked to, decided to meet up with Dr. Linda, I said that Dr. Linda, I just texted Dr. Linda, treat me as you can, you know, I just want my life back. Even though I was like, I have more easy because I'm still single, right? So I only take care of my pets, you know. Then not much of family. Like I can imagine, like last time my mother, you know, my auntie, and those cousins with families with kids. I believe it's not easy, especially comes to MCO time. Kids is at home, and you have to take care their time or their schedule of online tuition. What about the diet, cooking here and there? Oh, I said that this is. I'm so blessed that I'm still single. You know.
Right.
So yeah, Dr. Linda.
Yeah.
Actually, Dr. Linda, I would like to maybe first questions to you is actually why how true is that woman is so affected by the hormone change? Like for example, especially to our leaders, especially to our housewife and or entrepreneur. You know.
Good. All right, Chris. The first questions is it how true is that women is so much affected with hormonal changes, especially we are women. We are women leaders. We are housewives. We are entrepreneurs. We are ourselves, right? So being women, having another responsibility of carrying another different hats that we have as we were describing ourselves, whether you are a doctor, whether you are a professional, either you are a housewife at home, even you run your own business. Look, this is very important in women as such because we are affecting the hormonal changes that mean that affecting us. There's a saying said by Dr. Mat Hassin. Look, hormonal changes is the most common symptoms or most common conditions that affecting everyone in the society. Look at that, right? So how important is the changes of hormones that affecting our life, changes of hormone affecting our decisions making in doing something, whether to do or not to do, whether to buy or not to buy. Even making decisions is affecting so much by the hormones, right? So again, Chris, this is very important topic as we age, as women aging on year 40. Well, I'm above 40s already, right? I'm over 40 already. I'm in 4 series already. Chris is still young, as she was mentioning just now. So as we yeah, you hit it. As we age, as women age, the hormones is going down. This is what happening hormones over lifespan, right? So many was asking again, what is it that we are suffering? What is it? I don't understand. What else that because the question is how true is it, right? First, yes, as we age, as we turn 40, there's a steep drop of hormone rates, yeah? And you are very lucky at this age, you are preparing yourself before the steep down of hormones from 40 to 50. And yet, even that, my professor is trying to say, my Sifu of hormones say, look, at the age of 30, there's already imbalanced hormone already, right? So look at that. So again, we still wonders, okay, look, it's true. As we age, I may be exposing myself or I may be at risk of imbalanced hormone. What is it? What do you mean, doctor? What is it that we're suffering from? Look, ladies, if we have just unexplained fatigue, as what Priscilla was trying to say, she is what the conditions we call plain fatigue. Means you lethargy for no reasons. I mean, you're trying to say on being FB live for 2 hours, you can be flat like that. You're not running 10 kilometers or so, So something like that. That's the first one, unexplained fatigue. Second is a mood swing. It's a little bit longer explanation, Chris, because it's a very important introduction to start with, yeah? So, before we're going through what is the next one, okay, why is it the hormone causes these conditions? What is it, what is it the other factors that affect contributing to it? We have to understand this first, right? Rules number one. Second is the mood swing. First is the unexplained fatigue. Second is the mood swing. The mood is just okay the morning, also called okay for a short time, and it just sparks the next few minutes or so, right? It just become unstable. It's just that, look, I can't control my mood. Ladies, you don't feel that, but you are expressing yourself as such. The minute you're okay, the next minute you're so irritable to your spouse. Also, let's say, the minute you're what is it, Chris?
Sometimes for me, just because of the ringing tone, it's already irritated me. It's like, hey, why you call me at this time? You shouldn't call me at this time. It's like, ayo, like, it makes like spoil the day already.
You're right. It's just a simple little issues. You just sparks. We just spark as such. So that's not great, ladies. That's not. Women, we have to maintain our status of being women. Right? We carry ourselves of being women. Be ourselves. Portray ourselves as being women. Right? That's what I still believe. Right? I have more symptoms of what women suffers. Actually, I just want to share a few more. Right? That is impatient. You can be very impatient, right? You want to do fast. If you are the boss in the company, you're so bossy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's all about my experience. I'm just sharing little experience that I've been going through, treating many women's, my backbone of the program. I mean, so-called what I'm doing day to day. I'm managing women's hormones, all right? I make sure the hormones are balanced by treating holistically, right? And the most important, that's the third one, right? Impatience and bossy. The third one, the fourth one is important, is gaining weight. We just gaining weight unnecessarily, or we don't know what happened. We're just eating normally, or we may be eating little, but we gain weight. Look at Priscilla. Look at her face. I'm jealous to Priscilla. Look at her face. She slimmed down. She got that V shape already. I know.
Right now is V shape. Last time is O shape.
I like that. I like that. All right. Well, I can go on down the symptoms. All right. What is it so true? Women having these hormonal issues. All right. Even not to mention the abnormal periods or PMS or such. That's so much clear cut to me on having the abnormal imbalance or your periods is having irregular or such. That's so straightforward for you. Right. So that's about it, Chris. Right. So again, a lot of things can be done for me, you should aware of it first. What is it? What is it that has been triggering? The body is telling you something. Look, you do have something that you need to be fixed upon, right? You do have something to be taken care of. Listen to your body. Women, that's the first one. That's the first step to do. Now, if you have any of the symptoms, listen to your body. Look, your body needs help. Right. Over to you, Chris. I think that answers your questions.
Yes, I think this is a wonderful answer, because like last time when how to say that, how come suddenly by just tarik nafas put on weight already? It's like, what happened? It's like, what happened? I'm not used to be like this, but how come by just tarik nafas pun put on weight. Okay, then we blame to our genetic, we blame to our grandmother, say, because of you, grandmother, you inherited all this bad hormone to us.
You so exaggerating, breathing only can increase weight.
Yes, so I think our ladies here who are still on the line, our viewers here, welcome your message. You know, if let's say you think that you want to ask any question by just typing in, I will put your question up then, so that
Okay.
Dr. Linda can also answer. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think Dr. Linda, which is really right, and no reason by gaining weight, by irritation, by a ringing tone, you know. So all this we thought is very normal, but actually it's not. But by looking into the simple things, we actually need to take a step to take care of ourselves from to love ourselves more. When we have enough love, then we are able to love others, right, Dr. Linda?
Right. Yes, I agree with you.
Okay, the second question I would like to pose it to you is, what actually hormonal conditions usually affecting women nowadays?
Right. Okay. Thank you, Pris. We were zooming. We are coming to the more detailing, right? So on the discussion. I understand we have 1 hour, Pris. I think I'm okay with the timing, right? As long as as long as the viewers are fine and I'm fine too. All right. Look. There are many conditions that affecting the hormones, meaning that diseases, also called what actually hormonal conditions, that what Priscilla was asking, right? I'm taking the attentions to you ladies, women. I'm sharing what I'm doing all the while, as I said. There's on top of many other hormonal imbalance that I see, there's one particular conditions that there's so much importance that we need to know, is when the estrogen and progesterone, this is two women hormone, becoming imbalanced. Let me come up into it again. When our estrogen and progesterone becoming imbalanced as such, making it susceptible to other conditions, other diseases I'll be sharing later. So we have to understand these conditions first, which is, we know ourselves has been that this estrogen and progesterone is producing every day to day, right? By our own glands and our own factory. So actually, we do have some slides to share, but it's okay. I think just by explanations, I think the viewers should be understand more, right? But we can share some slides later if you like. I mean, the ebook kind of thing. Priscilla will do for that. I'll convert it to PDF and we can share to your viewers, right? So basically, thank you. Yeah. Basically, again, the estrogen and progesterone should always be in balance at all time, right? When I say it as such. So what's happening? The estrogen usually on the higher side, and making progesterone very low. This condition is called estrogen dominant, right? So this is the first hormonal condition that usually affecting women nowadays. I'm happy to elaborate more on this because now we understand so much so about the importance of taking care of the hormones, especially just what you mentioned just now. But we want to know that in detail, what is it in particular about this estrogen dominant? All right. So usually women having estrogen dominant, they have, after the confirming through the blood test by blood report, right? We should do, and it's not a guessing kind of thing, Priscilla. I cannot do the guessing part. You must do the test with us. And again, women usually having issues as what I mentioned just now, the gaining weight, the 5 or 4 little symptoms that I mentioned, right? The gaining weight, the unexplained fatigue as such, right? And this estrogen dominant, if it's not being treated early, you can even higher risk to develop 2 important conditions, also called illness or penyakit later in life, which is called uterine fibroid, or it can be affecting even breast cancer, right? So we don't want these two conditions to happen in women. To be frank, we don't want this to illness or diseases to happen in women much earlier in life. In fact, you don't get it now. If let's say you have imbalance of this estrogen or you have estrogen conditions of imbalance, you have it later risk. We're talking about the risk factor actually, right? So that's again. So I'm actually I'm elaborating the estrogen dominant already. You know what? This is particular to our discussions today. What is it that the main factors affecting estrogen dominant? This is what we want to talk, right? This is bringing us to the important slides, which is what are the main factors or contributing factors that affecting estrogen dominant. Shall I go proceed, Priscilla? Can I go proceed thinking about it?
All right. Very, very interesting topic because a few of my friends actually have the fibroid, what is that called? Yeah, the fibroid
in the uterus room, the growth already.
You thought that is because of the diet or is it because of the genetic? You know, now we know that dominant in estrogen is causing that as well.
Yeah, I hear you. One of the contributing factors, of course, yeah, on top of many others. Okay. So, Pris, this is very important. Listen, ladies, right?
Yeah.
So, again, what are the three, I shall say, put in here, three main important estrogen dominant issues in women. First is stress. The first S word is stress, right? Look at the wonderful lady Priscilla this morning. When she comes in, she smiles. She's not crying. That's what we do. I hear you, everyone. We hear you. We are kind of understand the current situations of the pandemic COVID. Yeah, we hear you. We kind of understand what's going on. But look, we move on. We have to be managing stress well, and please keep smiling. Well, that's what I always tell. Right? Managing stress, or when stress is uncoped or chronic stress has been going, is disturbing the women hormones, right? It's disturbing the imbalance of the hormone that causing the estrogen dominant just now. That's rules number one. The second factor is another S is the sugar and nutrition. Sugar, as sweet as sugar. I know you are sweet already, ladies. You don't need sweetness from sugar. Okay. As good as goes to Priscilla. She's so sweet that she don't need any sugar anymore. Congratulations to Priscilla. Yabo. So again, the rules number one. I mean the factor number one and number two is still 2S, first S and second S, sugar and nutrition. The study shows that if you have not enough nutrition, just like minerals, magnesium, zinc, you may have a little bit of the imbalance of hormones also. Right. The third that we're going to discuss today, for the sake of today's discussions and the topic that close to my heart again, that I mentioned, is external, the environment. The one that you expose yourself to plastics. We drink from plastics maybe. Don't drink from water bottles that made from just a simple plastics, right? Make sure it's BPA free. Make sure it is safe plastics, that you don't put hot water in the plastics bottles, examples, right? So that's environment. We come under factors of still in the environment, right? So next is the one that, yes, we hear everyone. I want to ask, can makeup affect hormones? Yes, we're coming to the third environment, third rules just now. First, just now we said, right, the stress, the factors of from food, which is the sugar. The third one is the environment, the environmental factor. We are not just what we eat, Priscilla. We are also what we absorb. Hashtag today.
Hashtag today. Hashtag of the day. We are not what we eat today, and also what
we are what we eat. We hear you. Yeah, we know that. We are what we absorb. This is coming to the factors just now, because when we drink from plastics, when we put is whatever we put to ourselves, that we are doing, what all the personal care that we use is either your shampoo, your body personal care, your soap, your body lotions, your sunblock, and most important, your cosmetics. Yeah, we have to be presentable day to day in meeting people. We have to have some finishing for the face. I hear we women, we are all love beauty. We just don't want to be barefaced when we meet up with people, right? So we need to be finished. We need to do something to the face, right? So by just putting, there's a lot of studies showing that when all this metal, I mean, we can say all the chemicals. Like there's so many chemicals out there in the cosmetics, because we have to know that we are living in toxic worlds. I'm not saying that we just live in the toxic world. Don't get me wrong. Of course, our river is polluted, our air. We hear this day to day, and you know that by knowing this chemicals in all this personal care, including the cosmetics what we put on the face, it is actually the main factor that managing the hormones, affecting the hormones, right? Examples, because there's a questions there, we elaborate later, of course, right? We should be elaborate later, because the main questions that how we want to know, what is it this makeup affecting hormones? Am I right? Yeah, we coming into that, right?
Maybe we will handle the questions in a while.
Yes, explanations just now, right? Yeah, we have to understand this concept first, right? So you have to understand what are the kind of hormones that are affecting. All right, is the estrogen dominant? So what are the factors that I can manage, or I can be a factor that contributing to it? By knowing the factor and contributing to it, that's how we manage it. Am I right? Patients always ask me, so doc, what's next? What to do? So what's next? Right? If I know I have estrogen dominant, how do I manage it? The answers is by knowing the factors, right? By managing the stress, we elaborated just now. The food is always important. We are what we eat. I always tell my patients that rules number one. Okay, so but we can do other things to elaborate it. Like as I said, how can we minimize on the what we put on the skin, right? For me, it's just not on the face, right? The skin is the largest. Yes, oh my dear, I can see your baby hair coming already, my dear. The baby hair coming.
Yes.
Right. So again, what we put is not just because the skin is the largest organ for the body. All right, we have organs. We have kidneys. We have we have liver. We have heart. Those are organs, right? The internal organ. But the skin is also, we call it one kind of organ in the body, which is the largest organ, is skin. Our cooling, S-K-I-N. So skin is just not face. Skin comes from the whole body, right? So that's how important my hashtag today, we are what we absorb.
We are what we absorb. Yes. You are absolutely correct, Dr. Linda.
Thank you.
All right. That is a very good question. Where is actually hosted. Evelyn, actually she asked Dr. Linda, what are the early telltale signs for us ladies to get ourselves examined? I think we can be ignored more often than not, a simply checklist.
Yeah, I hear Evelyn. Yeah, I hear you. So again, this is very important, Evelyn. Before we are breaking further, you know what? Being healthy is just not simply not having illness. Okay, this is very important clue to start with. Being healthy, we think that we are healthy, Is this not simple not having illness? Meaning that, oh, tak ada headache, no headache, there's no what else? There's no bloatedness, there's no gain weight. We thought that, well, we are healthy, right? So this is what we're bringing the concept of wellness. Evelyn, when we talk about, and for the viewers, for all the viewers, for the sake of viewers, when we are sick, we see doctor. Means we call it conditions called reactive. Excuse me, when we're sick, we see doctors, then we call it reactive. But we got to be a little bit higher, one step further, that I want to prevent the disease to set in. So that I'll make sure, so that I can make sure we don't get diseases later. That's number one, the rules number one. So Evelyn wants to know, what are the early telltale signs for ladies? Good for us to get checked or to go and shout for help. I told you, Evelyn, rules number one by age. Right? If we reaching 30 to 40, it's time to do check already, right? Because it is shown, the conditions is already shown, and I'm already suggesting that as we turn 40, there's a steep drop of hormone. When the hormone's getting down, you got a lot of hormone, we call it diseases setting in by that time, right? So that's rule number one. Second is just now when I say some sign that you may not think that you don't need help, but you can have it done and checked beforehand. As we said, a simple headache, simple unexplained fatigue. If you don't have that, I think you're super duper great, Evelyn. Right? So again, those are little tips that to tell women, look, come and check forward. Okay, thank you, Evelyn. Yeah, I hear you. Simple checklist. Okay.
All right. So maybe we Doctor, do we want to answer the question now, or we just proceed with our?
All right, I hear you. Because in view of time, we got only next maybe 10 minutes or so to finish my slides. I mean my talk, right? Then from there we can entertain some more questions. You ought to hear first so that you understand better, right? So, what was the Sorry?
Sorry?
I think I move on to the next one. So what is it that we need to know? Is it in beauty, what are the most common issues that we talk about? Meaning there's many questions coming. What is it? How is it the chemicals in the makeup? Yeah, how? The word is going to know how. Okay, my dear ladies, I told just now the concept of estrogen, right, and progesterone. Okay, now what is all these hormones doing? I'm sorry to say, what these chemicals doing? Chemicals that laden in all around us doing. What do they do, right? They actually mimic our own hormone. I tell you, they macam faking our own hormone. Okay, the main concept of hormone. There's a hormone, there's a receptor. Receptor means to be understanding, the explanations, let me do this. Okay, this is a receptor on the cells, ni dekat dalam cells, on the cells, right? It must have receptor for the hormones to come and work with. So that when they sit on the receptor, so the hormones is matched and click the receptors and they can start doing their work. This is hormones are all about. Maybe I elaborate a little bit on this estrogen, also called to understand better. Estrogen is the hormones, yes. What does it do? It's a women's hormones that making sure that we be more women. Different. It's a women. So that we're becoming more women, right? Don't get me wrong, because there are 400 functions of estrogen in the body. Look, if you give me 1 hour or 2 hours to elaborate on women's hormone, it will not be enough, Pris. Okay, anyhow, what I'm trying to say, we must understand the concept of estrogen first, right? It has 400 functions in the body. You have to remember these 7 B's of estrogen functions, right? The giving birth, example, being bone, brittle, strong bones, being good brain, being beauty, being body weight, being blood pressure, and being managing cholesterol, what I mean. So I'm just telling you the many functions of estrogen in the body for women. Okay, now it comes up from a gland in the body, a factory in the body. Where is the factory? Ovaries, right? For women, we got left and right ovaries, okay? The concept of hormones is always like that. There must be some factory that producing it. Examples, estrogen come from ovaries. Thyroid hormones come from here, thyroid gland. This we call, everyone got thyroid one. God created everyone sure got thyroid hormone, a thyroid gland. Okay, the factory. So now when you want to do its work, it must sit on the receptor. This is the estrogen. It sits here and it do its work correctly. I told you got 400 functions of estrogen. Now these chemicals that having, because the explanation is a little bit, it's not difficult to understand. You just understand the concept, right? Then these chemicals laden in our personal care, cosmetics, and shampooing as such, will, I told you, it's mimic like the estrogen, and it will sit on it, right? And when it sits on it, it will making the hairwired already, the signal, right? While the signal must be very straightforward from the natural estrogen, right? Now foreign body come, I mean like monster, different kind of thing already come and sits on it. So they become, and the signal become hairwired already. So hence it causes a lot of health issues, a lot of signals that being shooting over fire. I mean in the layman's term lah, yeah, to be in a better way to understand that it causes a lot more abnormal cells issues, and before it getting more diseases, diseases happen, right? I think that's quite straightforward to understand. Right? That's how danger, what we call it, how importance of these chemicals, because it can mimic. This is what we call it xenoestrogen. It's another keyword today, right? They call it xeno, X-E-N-O, sorry saya. X-E-N-O-E-S-T-R-O-G-N. Okay, xenoestrogens. Actually, we have the slides. Maybe Priscilla, could you project it for the understanding?
All right.
Yeah, just this one particular slide, because it's easier to understand, because this is how to answer all the questions. That how is it affecting our hormones? How is it affecting my, abnormal hormones, right?
Which slide is that?
Going down some more. I know. I'm not going to talk. This is what estrogen look like. Yeah. Okay, lagi. There's a little bit more. Oh, you missed it. Slide number 22. Slide number 22.
Okay, just a second. 22.
Yeah. So, well, Priscilla is already pecah rahsia, giving all the slides already. Thank you. No worry.
Can you see? Wait, sorry. Stop sharing. Just hang on, doctor. Just.
This is the one. You got it. This is the one.
Wait. So sorry, doctor. How come? So sorry. Just a second. Technical issue.
Yeah, don't worry. So you were projecting just now the pink color slide. You are right. Yeah. So that's it. So that's how mainly you name it, all the thousands of chemicals, my dear. To be frank, Priscilla can elaborate for me on the chemicals that she has been studying upon, right? Okay, so
here you go.
This is how the simple explanations is all about, right? So this is the one that the pink color. This is the one that the xenoestrogen, right? The one that we don't want. This is estrogen, the one that we want, right? The one in the. Can you put here? Better. You see that?
Is it better now?
Yes, right. So this is the estrogen, the one that the normal that we want. This is what we want. This is what we don't want, right?
Okay.
So the normal estrogen, we should be sits on the receptor and doing its work and doing the signal where they send the message to the cell and look, behave, do it properly, just do your work, right? Until you got 400 functions of estrogen. And now when the xenoestrogen, we call it, what the definitions of xenoestrogen many. There's so many definitions of estrogen to talk about, right? We told you just now, it can be from plastics, it can be from fragrance, from detergents, from perfumes that have all fragrance and have all the phthalates also, we call it. Soaps, pesticides, herbicides, and dry cleaning chemicals. Oh my dear, down the list is so many. All right. So this is what xenoestrogen do to us. It sits on it. You see, it's different shape already. This is round, now it's different shape already. So it gives you different signal already, right? So that's how it's affecting the hormones, the abnormal of the hormones. And the hormones abnormal, it causes all the other penyakit and illness, like we mentioned just now, right? So again, before penyakit sets in, before illnesses sets in, we can they give you since early sign first, like abnormal of the period pain, PMS, all right? PMS.
Period cramps.
Yes, period cramp. That's an early sign, right? And then headache about to get period, very intense headache, very kind of abnormal headache, right? So those are the early sign, but the illnesses set in later, right? Like we mentioned just now, it may be related to cancers, which find fibro and whatnot. Yeah, the endometriosis as such. Wow, this is a very important slide to show. All right. Maybe we stop sharing the slides already. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Right. So, Pris, I know I have another 5 minutes or so to finish. Yes, please.
It's very interesting. Is like because those ladies in my office, they are every month suffer for period pain, migraine. All this is already a symptom. They are just early 20s, doctor. So this is always my concern. I say, at this age, you will pain like hell, but how to carry on with the life?
Good idea, right? So I hear you. Yeah, many younger women need help already, even at a younger age. Because of your lifestyle, ladies, because of your lifestyle, your sleep, your food, what is the food? Yeah, we have to say that your junk food, your high trans fat food, processed food, my dear, it also makes a very important factors.
Even though the paper cup that we now everybody just bring a coffee cup, here and there, but the paper cup also not advisable, meaning, doctor.
Yeah, I hear you, Pris. At the end of the day, I know everyone will get excited or everyone may be look very worried. Look, we are living in toxic world. I'm exposed to this. I'm exposed to that. I'm exposed to the pollutions. Our river is polluted. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Pollutions of the river also getting us bad. But again, for me, it's just not just crying and sit on it, or it's just not being angry or grumpy on it.
Yeah.
Look, study shows if we are living in toxic world. I just put it that way, meaning we have a doctor. I have to wear makeup. Yeah, there's always a choice of better makeup. Doctor, I cannot eat food. I cannot eat. I don't like this kind of food. Yes, there's always a better choice of better food. There's always a choices in life. I believe that, right? Be open about the choices that available to us. That's very important, right? Not just accepting it, not just I feel bad, and we can't control all those conditions. Those that we can't control, don't make it more stress to us. We cannot control the pollutions. don't worry, don't get grumpy, don't angry.
Yeah.
Control, we can control to ourselves, right?
Yes.
So I would love to give a few more tips, Chris, in regards to what we were talking just now. So again, we know that we know that the most important, the choosing the cosmetics is very important. I mean, the easier one to say, to be frank.
Yeah.
I start from body first, right? Instead of using fragrance, instead of using all those,
You know.
I mean,
All that.
always use a natural perfume. I call it natural perfume because it comes in essential oils. I'm not selling any essential oil, don't get me wrong, ladies. I'm not selling any cosmetics here, don't get me wrong. Again, we are here to make sure, look, ladies, we have an options, right?
Yes.
First, maybe starts with simple, read the labels. This is, we're coming to the last one really. That means I'm sharing some tips with you, right? The last tips of it. Maybe read your label when you go to buy your personal care. This is very important, right? You just simply buy your shampoo, let's say. You buy your my dear, what else we use? Your body lotions. I mean, we start from shampoo. Your deodorant, right? Read your label. If it has anything related to paraben, methyl paraben, there's so many types of methyl paraben, yeah. Propyl paraben, oh my dear, I can't elaborate more on that, my dear, which is as I told you, we kind of understand there's many chemicals out there. There's long and lasting chemicals.
The heavy metal is always my worries, Dr. Linda.
Yes, to be frank.
The colors is always my worry so far.
Of course, yeah. That's it. If you want to talk about that, then maybe it needs another set of discussions. There has propyl paraben, there's this ethyl paraben, ethyl paraben. All this is paraben. You are right. Okay, and there's also in sunscreen lotions, benzophenone, they call it. Read the labels, and we can't be teaching you to do the class of reading labels, something like that. Even in sunscreen also they have called it the conditions, the triclosan, or even in triclosan, the antibacterial that used in some products, so-called in household and cosmetic, in medical products also, household products. Again, those are the chemicals that you should know, right? So again, the tips is read the labels. The second, find some options. If you need perfume and fragrance, use a normal essential oil, right? So there's many nice perfume or essential oil. Third, if you need to have your deodorant, get something organic deodorant or simple as such. There's many in the market. When they read the label, no paraben, no SLS, you read properly, not just the headings. You know, they said, no, something inside there got also. Okay, something like that. It can be very tricky. Right? So read the smallest, the biggest to the smallest.
The full list, not just the marketing words, no paraben, no paraben.
Yeah, please. Right? And cosmetics, your mineral oil, the tub, the the cosmetics inside,
the talcum powder, the tub, and the mineral oil, doctor.
Especially very common. Okay.
Yes.
When we see got mineral oil, oh my dear, those and all this.
Petroleum jelly is always
so again. Read the label again. We're talking about cosmetics. It's now very general. But lipsticks is just as simple as lipstick. I use lipstick too. I have to use lipstick every day. I have to see my patients. I cannot be barefaced like that. Like, I read my lipsticks. You have, oh my dear. I'm very concerned about lead poisoning. I'm very concerned about all those. Alright, so again, those are simple tips that that we can't do because we can't control everything that coming to us that we have been exposed with. And most important, ladies and gentlemen, maybe the gentlemen watching us, because you know also there's behind you, there's always women. You have your wives, you have your kids, even your kids is growing teenage. Don't just simply buy them over the counter. I mean, so sorry, let's say, so makeup just to make them happy. I mean, I have to say that again, right? Be concerned about, because at teenage at this time, or even kids at 4-5 years old, they want makeups.
They want nail polish.
They want nail polish. So we just grab from the shelf and look, just to make them happy. I think that's not justice as such yet, right? You should do more and more to that, you know, to the family. What we see. You may be a father or man in the family, but please justify on that, on buying the simple thing before you say you give happiness to your kids and you know again. So with that, I do think that this is very important. And last and not least, this is what we have to say this again and again. Before you worry about other things, you must make sure the body is enough from the food and diet first, right? Even you say that, oh doctor, I can't help it that I still exposed to this kind so and so chemicals, let's say from anything that we discussed just now, right? Make sure our liver is healthy in metabolizing and detoxifying the substance, alright, the chemicals that we might think. Yeah, we don't do that. We just meaning that we don't just say that, oh, it's okay lah, never mind, we're exposed to that. But at least we take care of the good food and nutrition, good diet, proper sleep, and make sure that we are exercising, good sweating and detoxifying our body by having good exercising, by make sure that we sweat every day and up, right? Well, Pris, that's little tips from me, but it matters. That's why we say what you choose to your not just face, not just the skin. You have to say that what you choose, what you drink, what you smell, what you. Oh my dear. Okay.
Yes, I totally agree, doctor. I think by starting loving ourselves, is no need to change a new chapter or upgrade the whatever lifestyle. You just need to start from the cup you drink, from kalau pergi bungkus, ambil je lah yang bekas, yang glass punya bekas, and the plastic. Yeah, so that's all only. So just by doing that is already not only responsible to our own self, we're also responsible to our environment, especially those waste, which is like the plastic is the waste, you know, like the mask that we wear, you know, all this is just by starting a little bit of awareness, we can change ourselves, start from there. Doctor, there is a few actually saying that like Makuta Joes, she said, I have a bad experience period time before. After I switch to mirror makeup and start to reduce my makeup usage, my period pain start on. And that my makeup before are one of the factor of my terrible period pain. That
okay.
I think it would be a very good questions, because a lot of we meet a lot of ladies and they thought that why have to change to clean makeup. But for my opinion is actually, like you say, doctor, a lot of us we actually do not read the labels first thing, and they thought that all the colors is okay because I buy the branded one. You know, I don't buy from Pasar Malam. That means that my makeup is not healthy already.
Yeah.
But we know how toxic is the heavy metals like mercury, like the lead. Do you think that by Makuta, her questions is one of the the factors?
I hear you, Makuta. Again, I can't verify for now, you know, that what you've gone, but you experienced it, you felt it. Am I right? Makuta already said that, look, I started to do something good change to you, right? You've done it. I don't know how long you have done it, but again, it says that, look, doctor, I've done it. I've changed something good, and I experienced good thing. Why not? I mean, you have to stick to goodness, the good thing that you have done. Congratulate to you. It's just that I can't be verified to you. It is one of the factor. I mean, you're right. Is this one of the factor? Yes, it may, but not the only sole factor. All right, I cannot say. I can't just verify to you. Yes, this is the only factor that I can't see. But it may be many of all the many factors. It can be one of it. So of all the many factors, you manage one already. This is so good, all right? And of course, you have to check yourself. And you say it's reducing, it's managing well, and congratulate. And of course, you got to do yearly checkup, or you have to 6 months or so to make sure your pain is not related to anything else that may be that related to. You have to do scans, you have to do, all those matters, that normal checkups that you must be done, right? And if it's improved, I'm very happy. If you still have little, it's still there but need some help, just do your test. Get yourself tested, right? Do your scans, do your pap smear, do your a blood workup, means do your blood taking, and see what is it that we can help you, right? But if you think that is one of the best thing that you ever did, congratulate you. Thank you for that, right?
I think that is another very interesting question.
Yeah, what is
by Lisa Hamid. She said, can by just treating hormones, like treating the hormones, will my fibrosis heal up?
Okay. All right. Okay. Another good question. So thank you, Lisa, for asking questions. Right. We have to evaluate your fibroid first, right? Your severity, your degree of the locations of the fibroid, as such, and what is it, the size of the fibroid, and other associated conditions that related to fibroids. It's not just simple as that. But yes, one of the conditions that you can do is by looking at your hormone profile, right? It's one of the things that you can do actually if you have fibroid. On top of you see gynecologist or OBGYN to treat you, to screen your fibroid, the size, and ultrasound and such. Ask your gynae to do your hormone profile also, right? If you are doing the hormone profile, you can manage as such to make sure your risk is getting less and less, and it can be regressed. There's some of the conditions it needs so, right? But there's no 100% answers here. But in a nutshell, yes, it may help, but you need a proper monitor and evaluations from a doctor. Yeah. Thank you, Lisa.
I think to me this is a great news, doctor. Instead of have no choice but go for operation, but at least we have alternate options.
Yes, I hear you.
This is very good news to me, actually.
All right, thank you, Lisa, for asking.
So we are 3 minutes extra already. But I think all of us are very. To me, at least, I gain so much of knowledge by just knowing about hormone. Not only like yes, I'm selling makeup, but beside this makeup, I always priority that what is the ingredient that we are using that is matters.
Yeah.
The skincare, especially, doctor, do you know how long I take to take out my fragrance from my counter, my makeup counter, because I love the fragrance, and I if I'm not wrong, I took about a year plus to take out this additive from my daily routine. Now I change to essential oil.
My dear.
Yeah.
I hear you. Congratulations to you also.
because you always share a very wonderful knowledge, so that's why this also inspired me that to look into all the, because I need to walk as an example. When I tell people to do clean makeup, I have to start from myself first, right?
Yeah.
So that only is more persuasive in order to
I hear you. Yes. course. So
Okay.
answers many questions also.
There is another It's from Chan. He said that period pain. He has a friend in her 20s that love to chew eye. Is that a hormone issue too?
Oh my dear, let me answer that. Oh my dear, Chan. Your friend need help, Chan. Okay, your friend really need help. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Thank you for that. I would love to answer that. Maybe this is the last questions from Chan.
Yes.
Yeah. So God. Okay, it's like this. The keywords is the good keywords that we see here is she's very young. She's at her 20s, right?
Yeah.
She's at her 20s, and we don't know what her current conditions. But Chan just want to know that. No, you know what? I see her chew ice, and she loves to chew ice. You know, the ice cube or ice, whichever ice conditions, or not the ice block lah. I hope. Okay. Anyhow, so as I said, the keyword just now is chewing a young age and the chewing ice. Okay, look. There's conditions called conditions that we call iron deficiency in women. Right. So again, even Chris has been sharing her personal experience about iron deficiencies earlier when we started off, and she was sharing that she even had iron jab or infusions earlier. This is what happened. When 1 in 3 women is affecting 1 in 3, how severe or how important these conditions, right? The commoner conditions all about. If you have I, myself, Priscilla, and another lady there, one of us must be iron deficiency. Okay? Let's say got Priscilla, got me, got one more, let's say. But now you and me iron deficiency also. I got more 2 already. Of course, you've been treated already, right? Of course, both of us has been treated our iron conditions. Again, this conditions is so common. We thought that eating ice or headache or brain fog or we feel giddy, it's just a simple conditions, fatigue, muscle cramp, you lost hair. The first symptom to go in iron, remember ladies, we're still talking about iron deficiency here. The first symptom to go is hair loss. When you felt the hair loss, what you first do, you go to get a better shampoo. That's very quick and responsive that we do. We sure we get a better shampoo to us or kind of thing. I better buy an expensive shampoo for me.
Yeah.
Well, we know this is the first to go, right? Hair to go lost, fatigue, you losing hair. You can see all the hair on your bed and the toilet and the bathroom and such, right? And before it's getting worse, it can even be becoming depressions, lady. I feel you, lady. We don't want you to become depressed with the current conditions just because you're not enough iron, right? For me, it's just not worth it, right? Because we know there's a treatable towards it. We can treat you. What I'm trying to say, there's option to treat you rather than you suffer the depressions, right? So when you raise up this issue, Chan, when she start chewing ice, means her taste bud. Her taste is really disturbed. The conditions called the taste disturbances, right? Mm-hmm. So even not craving for ice. Sometimes women craving for paper, craving for dirt, craving for just eating rice. Rice, the grains that rice, the uncooked nasi, just munch like that. Oh my dear, because the taste bud, we call it, your taste bud on your tongue already disturbed. This is what the conditions we call it iron deficiency. Usually I associate the kind of this lady when, please check her menses. Usually she has heavy menses, heavy period. When you have heavy period, we thought it's quite normal. You young lady, you just suffer in silence. You thought that it's alright, I can manage. I think my friend also got heavy period. How heavy you are, you know?
Normal.
Yeah, you don't compare. And when you compare, you don't know how heavy are they. You know, you may be heavier than them, something like that. Hence, you losing blood. When you lose blood unnecessarily every month, you losing iron as well. When you lose iron, you become iron deficiency. When you become iron deficiency, I told you, you start losing hair, the first symptom, first to go. Then you fatigue, you dizzy, you can't walk, you feel like fainting episodes, and the worst scenario, you get depression and craving for ice. We don't want babies to suffer all this, right? So again, as always we say that listen to yourself. Your body is already telling you something to signal your body. You know, the body is already telling.
The body already give you some message.
Yeah, it's already giving you message. Look, cry for help. It's okay to cry for help. It's okay to seek for help. Shout for help. We thought shout for help is no good. No, ladies, I hear you. Just shout. Just, not shout unnecessarily that you don't know who you get to. People is here to help you. You know, when you start acknowledge yourself that you know your risk, you know what's happening to you, you talk to someone that you can be help upon, and they bring you to, you know, you bring yourself to doctors that can help you. I hear you, Chan. Thank you for bringing this issue, Chan.
Alright, I think this is a lot of ladies, no matter they are young age or middle age or old age, you know, we do not know. Actually, all these are lacking of deficiency of iron. But I tell you what, the ladies all here or viewers all here, I that is my personal experience when I never thought of by just only a step to Sky Hill Clinic that make these 2 months so wonderful. My only regret is actually I know Dr. Linda more than 10 years, but I only walked to her last 2 months. You know, so that is my regret, which is I stepped in so late to Sky Hill Clinic.
I hear you.
So seriously, thank you so much for the wonderful session today, Dr. Linda.
Thank you, Priscilla. Chop. Before we leave, I feel just now, since something triggering on my mind, I think I have to talk about this seriously regarding to women in low iron. You see, because when they not enough iron, they look pale. When they look pale, they put more colors to their face. They put more colors in makeup, which is making them more masking effect. So, oh my dear, that's my personal experience that I see women with that issue that they're putting more blush, you know, pinkier to get more pinky colors on the face, right? Which is not great, right? Thank you, Priscilla. Over to you.
But we have Dr. Linda. If you don't mind, I share this voucher from Sky Hill Clinic. I think it will benefit to a lot of ladies here. And for those viewers, if you really want to know more, you can always PM us. Then we will forward you to Dr. Linda's details where you can find from a waist by just Sky Hill Clinic. Then you can find her. But make your appointment first. Dr. Linda is very, very full in schedule. All right, I would like to share this, the voucher from Sky Hill Clinic, which is...
yeah, no worries. Maybe whoever wants it, whoever keen, just type there, I want vouchers, you know, this is some, just some token for me to Priscilla's viewers that maybe, you know, the followers that maybe would love to have the vouchers. Just grab we call it comment on I need some vouchers on that. So so that we can share something that beneficial to you ladies, alright? Those who only viewers.
So, yeah, only viewers. Just hang on there. Just hang on for sekejap lagi sebab my
Yeah.
1 minute, 1 minute. Okay.
I believe we answered all the. It's okay, Pris. I believe you managed to answer many questions for them from the viewers, right? You were doing great.
No, you answer most of the questions already.
Thank you. You're entertaining them well.
No, sorry, I think technical issue.
No worries.
I could show it at all. Thank you so much, Dr. Linda. Thank you so much for the.
I can't hear you, please. How come I'm losing you? Yeah, I should be hearing you.
The session just hang.
Yes. I can't hear you, Pris. You mute yourself. Anyhow, maybe some last words. Again, better. Okay.
Good. All right. So sorry for the technical issue. I don't know why the voucher just don't want to pop up.
No worries. Yeah, as you said, just comment, and when they wish to, they just get it there. Yeah. So again, thank you, Pris, for the opportunity that given. Congratulate to all the viewers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
No worries. Don't mention.
I see you.
Yes, thank you again. With that, I love you all the viewers. Thank you again. Last from me, listen to yourself, be good to yourself, and most important, please say, ya, sayangi diri anda. Love yourself first. With that, I finish with bye everyone. Bye again. Thank you for that. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Stay safe, everyone.
Yes, stay safe and